all, rejecting and attempting to represent the black and brown community in terms of defunding the police. And what I call for is divesting and investing. And the second thing is flooding our subways with more police officers to address the social issues of
It's Dianne Morales. She's not for defunding the police. She's for divesting and investing. So we got to divest from the police and then invest into other shit that's not the police. So Dianne Morales is actually one of the few purebloods when it comes to defunding the police.
Thank you. All right.
And mental illness.
That's very. I don't and never will allow stop and frisk to be returned and abuse people. I know real solution for real people in New York is you have private security. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Okay. Eric Adams is feeling the momentum, and let me just say that the important issue for New Yorkers that everyone understands.
Frankly, when it comes to New York City, you got the Bill de Blasio model or you got the goddamn Giuliani. You're either fucking de Blasio or you're Giuliani, right? In the beginning, Giuliani, fucking brilliant, right? Who thought that the police should be some sort of totalitarian fucking Leviathan that just, you know, cracks down everybody's head? Broken windows theory, hell, don't just, enforce the big laws, enforce all the motherfucking laws. Even if they got a little broken window, it doesn't fucking matter. Enforce all the fucking laws. He, crushed the mafia, crushed organized crime. Giuliani says, let's use the police, and is hailed as a genius. And, at the time, that's brilliant. But now de Blasio, you had the Giuliani revolution in policing. Now you got the de Blasio revolution in policing. And what de Blasio, all he says is, we've got to think about policing differently. We just got to think about it differently. It's not just a fascist, thin blue line. They're the criminal motherfuckers and they get to use all the fucking crimes, but it's okay because they're the good guys who's, protecting and serving who? Who are they protecting? This? Not the people. Who are they protecting and serving if it's not the goddamn motherfucking people? The oligarchs, the plutocrats, the wealthy, the rich. And then defund the police doesn't mean literally get rid of the fucking police. It means let the police do the violent, criminals get on the fucking shit with the, let the police do the police shit. But the shit that they don't need to be, drugs, crazy people, they suck at crazy people situations. They suck at drug situations. If it's not violent and out of control, that police are really fucking are terrible. They got a gun. They know how to use violence. They want to fucking hurt people. But if it's like we got to talk to people like Andy Griffith, we got to try to work the situation out between differing interests and parties. And so de Blasio just said, let's look at policing in a different way. And that's why the hatred for de Blasio is so fucking ridiculous. I'm sure if I lived in New York City, he said this thing, and then he said that thing, and then he said, Dianne Morales kicked some fucking ass, so she was strong, she was confident, and she's also got that twinge of naivete or whatever, where she believes that she can change the world. She's got that starry-eyed, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed kind of look where she doesn't see any of us. She sees the future of New York City. She's fucking Jimmy Carter. She's a Afro-Latina Puerto Rican. Her parents are immigrants who's looking at New York City and sees, brighter and better days for New York City. But you should see how shocked Ray McGuire was when she says, you do not speak for brown and black folks. He's like, what did you just say to me?
That public safety is broad, complex, and it means making sure we're spending our dollars wisely, and I will have a moral budget that protects all our people.
Let's be very clear for black and brown communities. Neither defund the police, nor stop and frisk,
you don't
nor
black and brown communities.
So, Ray McGuire, he says, speaking on behalf of black and brown people, the dumbest idea that he has heard of the other candidates is defund the police. It's the dumbest thing he's heard of. And he speaks on behalf of black and brown people. And here you had Dianne Morales like, what the fuck did you just say? She says, you do not speak for black and brown people. And then immediately he stops and he's like, who just said what the fuck? it seemed like it took him a moment to, for it to register, for him to come up with a reply. He comes up with a pretty good reply, kind of saying, look, you're getting all mad about it, but I'll say it again. So ultimately, I think the end result of this conversation is it seems like half of black and brown people want a strong police presence, and the other half of black and brown people do not. They want to do the de Blasio method of, envisioning a different way. So defund the police. Half of them are for defund the police, and the other half are all about the police. So let's go back and listen to this again.
Defund the police, nor stop and frisk.
You don't speak for black and brown communities. How dare you assume to speak for black and brown communities as a monolith? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Defund movement actually was started by young black and brown people.
You know what? I just did do it.
That way.
She said that defund the police was started by black and brown people. Defund the police was started by black and brown people. What the fuck are you talking about? That Ray McGuire.
Just for the community as a whole.
I'm going to do it again. Black and brown communities do not want either defund or stop.
You are not speaking for all black and brown communities, because I am a member of that community, and you are certainly not speaking for me.
Okay, let's exclude you. All right, let's exclude you.
Let's exclude you, Ray McGuire says. Okay, well then we're not going to protect and serve you. We're going to exclude you. It's like, no. What do you mean exclude me? Because I got a different, what? Because I think defund the police is a good fucking idea, so now I don't get police protection? That's some bullshit. That's some fascist shit there. Ray McGuire.
You cannot do that. Defund movement actually was started by young black and brown people.
You know what? I just did do it. I'm going to do it again.
It's not truth for the community as a whole.
I'm going to do it again. Black and brown communities do not want either defund or stop.
You are not speaking for all black and brown communities, because I am a member of that community, and you are certainly not speaking for me.
Okay, let's exclude you. All right, let's exclude
candidates, only because we need to give.
So that was awesome. Dianne Morales, it was amazing, okay? She shocked the shit out of Ray McGuire. And when she said that he didn't speak for black and brown people, he was like, what is this? And then he listed defund the police as the dumbest idea that he's ever heard of, right? I mean, a dumb idea would just be like trying to paint a fart or something. I don't know. There's a lot of stupid fucking ideas out there, but to say, I mean, he makes a political point, right? And that's what you're doing in a debate. So let's go ahead, and the dumbest idea you've heard is defund the police. Well, Dianne Morales is all about defund the police. So if it didn't trigger her, the first 3 or 4 times he fucking said it, the 5th time he said it, she's like, fuck this shit. Now, I know it's not my fucking turn, but I'm sick of these lies. I'm sick of the bullshit. You're saying you speak for black and brown people, and I'm standing right here, motherfucker, and you don't even speak for me. What besides yourself, what brown and black people do you even represent? So Maya Wiley, Dianne Morales are all about defunding the police. So is Jocelyn Taylor. I'm assuming Paperboy probably is defund the police. I'm not for sure on that. I would assume Isaac Wright, too, which are my top 5. Now, Dianne Morales, she's got a ton more things. She's for legalized prostitution. She's for ending the war on drugs. She's for cutting ICE out from accessing the NYPD. So, no, you can't, no. The immigrants, she's like real protective of immigrants. So, Dianne Morales is protective of immigrants. She's going to end the war on drugs, legalize prostitution, and defund the police. She's going to defund the police. That's the dumbest idea. It's not the dumbest idea. It's one of the smartest fucking ideas. It's the right idea. It's the right idea. If I think about going the Giuliani way, yeah, it was brilliant at the time because I guess nobody used the fucking police. But use your fucking police. Defund the police means they're going to take $1 billion away, right? Take $1 billion, that's Maya Wiley and Jocelyn Taylor at least, and put it to something else. That still leaves $9 billion fucking dollars. So they still got shit tons of fucking money to do whatever the hell they want to do. So you take $1 billion, and put it to whatever the trauma people that they were talking about. I think this is very important because in the United States, it seems like with the whole fucking thin blue line bullshit, that's a crazier proposition to me to sit there and say that if you put a badge on, you cannot do any wrong. As soon as you put a fucking badge and a uniform on, then you're protected for life no matter what bullshit you fucking do, what kind of crimes you commit. Fuck that shit. If you're a cop, then you're not the bad guy. If you're a cop, you don't do crimes, okay? You try to avoid it, as much as fucking possible, unless it's like, the kingfish, and you're like, just right there, and it's almost... So if you don't do the de Blasio model of, just reimagine, policing, criminal cops are, the fucking way. Criminal cops are the status quo, and criminal cops are just jackbooted thugs that are protecting the government. That's totalitarian fascism. That's totalitarian fascism. To protect and serve who? If not the people, then who in the goddamn fuck are these police of Giuliani's protecting? The fucking politicians, the wealthy, the powerful. What about working class families? So de Blasio didn't talk about getting rid of police. He's been running New York. I think he's on his second fucking term. So he's been running New York City for 8 fucking years. None of them are going to hire him, though. He's saying talk about it differently. That's it. Just talk about it differently. So when I think about, therefore defund the police, Maya Wiley and, Dianne Morales is for defund the police, but that's not the radical position. The radical position is Catherine Garcia and Ray McGuire and Andrew Yang and Eric Adams that just say, fascism is the way, police here, police there, police everywhere. Yay, police. Like there's increase in homicides and shootings, but decrease in crime overall. So, yeah, broken windows theory is that all the laws are enforced. I feel like you can, blend the two. You can do Giuliani and you can do de Blasio. De Blasio is Giuliani, only Giuliani 2.0. So I feel like we're making this way too fucking complicated. You can enforce all the laws, do the broken windows theory, but when it comes to the petty shit, don't pet the sweaty and don't sweat the petty and don't sweaty the pet. I don't know, but so Andrew Yang, Eric, it was a George Carlin joke. Broken windows theory is just that all laws are enforced, including the smallest ones. So Andrew Yang, Eric Adams, Catherine Garcia, they're all one-sided motherfucking, fascist, totalitarian. The police have all the fucking power. They're just on the side of blind and naked fascism. Right-wing fascism, which is a fascism that's consistent and repetitive, and it's a way of life. It's let's hurt people just to fucking hurt people. And when all you need is enough fascism to protect yourself and your loved ones, to make sure the right-wing fascists aren't running roughshod over you. So that's why the police officer, Eric Adams, looks like he's in first place, because people don't want to worry about fucking crime. So de Blasio is keep, the police, get them on the police stuff, but send out experts for the mentally ill and for the fucking drug crimes and for this and that. Send experts out. You don't always have to send a goddamn gun. You don't have to send a gun to every situation that's out there. Send a Glock. 911, send a Glock. Can you send a Glock out here? So yeah, I think it's more ridiculous. If you're not for defund the police, you're just for a totalitarian fucking government. You're a fascist fucking Giuliani. Ray McGuire, he was all against Giuliani, and I think he's against stop and frisk. So it was kind of shocking to me to hear that he was all, against defund the police. A smart politician, a diplomat would split the difference, right? People do support defund the police. Is there, a balance between the two? Can you do Giuliani and de Blasio? I think so. I think it'd be real fucking easy. You keep the police, and then you use some of the resources for some other shit. There you go. There's de Blasio, Giulianiism, combined. So a smart politician, a diplomat would split the difference if you're playing good politics. But really, it's about being correct. To err is human. That's why forgiveness is divine. And so when it comes to the goddamn police, they got fucking power. So I think that their possibility, their penchant for making a mistake or fucking somebody over, especially absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, yeah, I think that their penchant for making a mistake is multiplied because they have power. So it's bad politics, it's not the correct policy, and it's fucking scary as shit, just a Leviathan. You know what we need? Just a Leviathan. Jackbooted thugs everywhere. Maybe even some plainclothes jackbooted thugs. Plainclothes jackbooted thugs, so you never know who the fuck the jackbooted thugs are. That's Andrew Yang. So there you go. Dianne Morales kicked ass and took some names. Ray motherfucking McGuire. He kind of took it on the chin a little bit. But he, you know, wanted to defend a fucking crazy position. And you know what? I was considering Ray McGuire until he's like, oh, just, you know, as crazy as they think defund the police is, I think their fucking position is even crazier. What? Question the cops? No, we can't. We cannot question the police. Question the authority figures? No. No, I don't know this person. He's saying question the authority. I can't. So there you go, New York City. Make sure you go out and you go vote. It's early voting right now, so go out, go vote often. Live, love, laugh. Vote for Jocelyn Taylor, Paperboy, Dianne Morales, Isaac Wright, and Maya Wiley.